Hello there, and welcome to Tuesday Talk. I am streaming on StreamYard, both on the Statement Designs Facebook page and also on YouTube. And if you come on, I hope you say hi. I can see your comments in both places. And also, why did I do that? Okay, there we go. um, I can answer any questions you have, and I always ask whoever comes on first to give me a sound check to make sure you can hear me. So we're gonna have all kinds of fun tonight. So hey, Gretchen, how you doing? Gretchen's in the house. She's my faithful companion, both on the road and online. So, oh, good. Sound is good. That's always good to hear. So tonight we're going to have some fun with some of the new Made by Marley holiday release for 2025. Tomorrow night on Flippin' Bunch, we are going to show you all of it. I know that Lel revealed it all on Sunday, but we're going to take a deep dive into it because Dar and I are both brand ambassadors, and I'm going to be doing some projects tonight that I'll show you tomorrow night in case they don't get finished. And Dar might be doing some projects as well, and all kinds of fun stuff. So what we're going to do tonight is have some fun with bottles and jars and bags. So all kinds of gifty things and holiday things. So I have some bottles, like this is an old rum bottle. And these ones are maple syrup bottles. And I added these wood pieces to the top. So I glued those, but I wanted to leave them raw so that you could see. Because like these are just for fun. Nobody's going to be opening these or anything. Or if they are, that's going to break off. But they're just kind of for funsies, just to look at. So we're going to be doing some decoupage, and we're also going to be doing some stamping and making some gift tags too. So we're going to be talking about some Halloween stuff and also some Christmas. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is my thrift my thrift store find. These things are, for hurricane candle things. So I thought, as soon as I saw that, I thought this is going to be great when I'm working on round things. I can lay it down and it'll be my thing to put things in. So I'm going to put it here, and you know what? I'm going to take this cork off. This is just a cork, and it still smells like spiced rum, which is my favorite. But see, this will work just great for me to work on it. But I'm going to go ahead and glue this top on here so that we can have that drying while we're working on that. So I'll move this out of the way a second. Oh, the hurricane thing. I don't know why I just saw it and I'm like, that would be great. So I see people using things like similar to that. I forget who I was just watching today that was using, actually it was like a skinny picture frame, and that was helpful. I've also seen Cheryl use something, and I can't think what she has used in the past. So I'm just wiping some excess glue off of here. Okay, we'll just let that dry. We'll just let that sit there and dry. Hopefully it won't fall over. It'll behave. I put it up there. Okay, it seems like there's a little lag in the screen, so we're just, I guess, just going to have to put up with it. Trying to keep my glue clean. Okay. When you painted the bottles, what primer or paint did you use? Well, I cannot tell a lie, as George Washington said. Was him, right? I used Dixie Belle's Caviar, and I did not use a primer. I guess, was feeling lazy and I just didn't use a primer, but I should have so that none of it scratches off. But chalk paint is pretty good to stick to things. So I wasn't super worried about it because, if a little bit of it does scratch off, it's kind of a distressed look anyway. Um, but yeah, I didn't, if I would have used Bonding Boss. That would have been my choice for a primer. And that comes in gray, white, and clear. So if you wanted to see some clear, if you distress it and you want to see it clear, you could do that. Or the gray sometimes is good, to help develop your color, so that you don't have to hide as much. So anyway, so let me get back. Well, let me show you some things first of all. So we're going to be working with, I did a lot of fussy cutting. I saved us some time. So I'm not going to show you all of the items in this set because we're going to do that tomorrow night. But I am going to show you the pieces that I fussy cut. And this is from one page. I don't know if you can, how well you can see it, but I love like the color in her dress. I just love this. They're so creepy and cool. And this is like, I don't know what he has. It reminds me of the McDonald's Hamburglar or something. And then this scary guy with his pumpkin sweater and his skull pumpkin and his, um, little pumpkin to collect his candy. Gretchen, that's what I was thinking. That's why I need Bonding Boss. I have a few bottles of my own. Yes, you really should use it. So, one of those do as I say, not as I do. Um, okay, so we're also going to do some Christmas, and I'll just hold off on that for a minute. But I think what we're going to do is start with this bottle. I'm going to put the other camera down. Okay, so we're going to start with this bottle. I can never get the camera close enough, and then I'm afraid to mess with it. I'm going to try once. Oh, moved it a little bit. I'm afraid. I'm always afraid. Okay, well, that's good enough. So, and I also have another confession to make. I left the labels on these. Now, I took it off the syrup bottles, but they were like, it was sticky under there. I sanded it, I soaked it, I did the best that I thought I could do. So when it came to this one, I thought, you know what? I'm just going to leave that label on there and just go over it. Um, so it looks to me like my screen is frozen. I probably did something to it. Okay, now we're moving. So I'm using good old Mod Podge. And this brush has been just in this plastic bag for weeks. I keep using it and not washing it out. So Mod Podge apparently doesn't dry up. So I'm going to position this gal on here. We're not going to get much beyond her little skirt. So, I'm just going to kind of, I did think I could kind of crisscross her legs at the bottom, but who looks at the bottom? I'm just going to tear these. And Dar is messaging me, so she's not thinking about Tuesday Talk right now. And that's okay. So I'm just holding this on here and I'm going to flip it back so that I can put my Mod Podge on here. I'm being generous with it because I want it to cover, of course. So I'm just going to use my brush to get it into place. And my fingers. because that really helps to kind of push it down. I don't mind getting gluey. I do not have a manicure going on right now, so um, oh, maybe that wasn't so smart now, was it? Well, let's see. I don't want to tear this. Okay, I don't feel that's going to come up. So what I'm going to do is just decoupage the head on, and then I'll do over the top. I'll get in there with my brush as much as I can. There we go. And of course, I knocked over the wine bottle thing. Okay, that's not too bad. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. Okay, and this decoupage stuff is gloss. So that means I'm going to want to take it the whole way around the bottle, because otherwise it would look dumb if it just ended. You want the piece to look like it's just always been there, not like you just decoupaged a hunk of paper on there. So I'm going to keep the back. So here's my front. I'm going to use the other camera a minute. So here's my front, and it'll get better as it dries. And then I could do something silly, although I don't think you'll see it very well with these feet. Yeah, you're not going to see it. It's not going to show up. So we may find something to do with that. I've been doing some stamping, so we might just do some stamping on the back of the bottle. Well, this stuff dries fast. So I'm just going to let it dry. I'm going to set it aside and let that dry, and we're going to revisit it. But I am going to stand the cap up. Okay, so let me get that put out of the way. And then we'll look at our syrup bottles here. So I have one that's painted. Let me get the camera down again. So have one that's all painted, and then this one is not. Like I said, I wanted to show you. So I'm gonna put my decoupage brush away for the moment. I don't know why I'm bothering, because I'll be back at it in a second here. Put that aside. Oh, I can set it down in that little ribbon container. And I'm going to get my black paint out. If you bought one of these papers, would you be allowed to make a copy reduced in size as long as you destroy the original, so you only get one image? Or can you buy different sizes? You can only buy one size. I would think, you could do what you want as long as you didn't. I don't know. That's a very good question. I will have to ask Lel and get back to you on that. I mean, I guess it's different because of knowing the artist, because otherwise I would say, yeah, go ahead, sure. But, like I said, different when you know the person. So I will ask her, and then we'll let you know, maybe by tomorrow night, perhaps. She would probably say to go for it, but, don't know. So I'm being really generous. Oh, you probably can't even see what I'm doing. Being really generous with the paint here, because for one thing, I want to just get one coat coverage. And I did glue these earlier, but I just want to make sure they don't get unglued. So I'm being gentle. And there's lots of little nooks and crannies here. And we're going to embellish them a little bit too with some tags, and I have some fun ribbon and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm really just slathering I used to know copyright rules, but when digital came along, they changed. Yeah, that's for sure. Everything's changing. We were just discussing that today in the Flippin' Bunch group. Just like the world's crazy. Everything's different. Okay, this is taking a minute. Did you glue the wood directly to the syrup bottle rim? Yes, I did. I didn't even think to keep the cap. That would have been a good idea, but I didn't even know what I was gonna do with them at the time. But yeah, they were just like a screw-on cap. I get these all the time. Well, actually, this one's a little more expensive. I don't know whether you're paying for the bottle or not, but it's organic maple syrup. And then I found one that's a little cheaper that's in a squeeze bottle. So and it's plastic. So I've been using that more, but obviously they're not going to be good for crafting. So, and I see I missed a spot on this one. So I'm just going to touch that up. So we'll let that one dry. I have a little baggie here uh, for my brush. So for the one that is, well, let's do the decoupage first, and then we'll look at the rest. You threw away the caps on your bottles as well. Yeah, yeah, it's one of those things. You're either gonna intentionally keep it for crafting, or you keep it for recycling, and then you think, I could do something with those. So I already did paint this one a while ago, but it's not quite dry. It was like right beforehand. So I'm going to give it a quick hit with the blow dryer, if you don't mind, and just make sure it's dry so I can do the next part. So here we go. Blowing everything off the table. Okay. We don't have too many people on tonight. Well, right now you're the only one, Gretchen. But that happens. And it's funny, I watch and they come and go, because they'll hop on Facebook and then probably hop off. And I always think of the Wizard of Oz where she says, people come and go so quickly here. So I don't well, I am gonna go ahead and use this Florida orange paint and go over this part that I just blow dried. So I figured if I painted it black first, it would kind of give it more of a grungy appearance. So I'm just going to go over this carefully because I want to let that dry then. Yeah, I kind of like the black showing through a little bit, but I just want to do a little pumpkin head. I forgot to put the do not disturb on my phone. So I don't know whether you heard those dings or not, but I am also very excited about the upcoming challenge this weekend, the Taylor Swift challenge. My project is slow going. It's going, but it's slow going. Okay, I didn't quite get that dry, so the paint is mixing together. We'll see what happens. Kind of liking it. It's going to be a Not a bright, bold pumpkin, just kind of a scary, creepy pumpkin, maybe. But we're just gonna let that dry while we're working on the decoupage, and maybe we'll have to hit it with a blow dryer. And I keep hitting this one with my hand and getting all messy. Oh, okay, you can't hear the phone. Okay, well, that's good. Okay, so that's kind of what that looks like. I'm just gonna wrap that one up in a wet wipe. Okay, so let's decide. So, like I said, these ones aren't gonna show up much on these because um, there just isn't a lot of room for them. So I'm gonna have to definitely, cut it off a little bit. So I would rather preserve the pumpkin on his sweater and let his head be under this curve. So that way I can use the pumpkin for something else. So I'm going to just crease this here. And that way I'll kind of know where to cut. Kind of, sort of. I hate cutting them up. So this is called Wonder Week, and made by Marley Land. And Lel is doing a video every day with a project from the new release. So, okay, I'm gonna get my Mod Podge back out again. I do have an oil-based marker here, so I can do like the lines in the pumpkin and everything. So I think what I'm gonna do this time is just paint the back of the decoupage paper with the Mod Podge and then put it on. Yeah, we want creepy pumpkins, especially with these papers. They're so cool. I just love these. Wait till you see the rest of them. I'm so tempted to show you the rest of these packs and the ones I got, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna wait. Like I said, you may have already seen it, but okay. So if I end up with a little bit on the bottom, I can either fold it under, which is probably what I'm going to do, or I can always sand it off. This is so cool. So let me guess, Gretchen, when you were little, you did not shake the boxes that were under the tree. You have patience. Getting a wipe here and just wiping off the bottom of the jar, the bottle. And like I said, we're definitely going to finish coating the rest of it, but that's what we've got so far. And we're going to set that aside. Well, right now it's going to sit right in our way, I guess. Remove that. And then before I put this brush away, let's look. Isn't this drying really good? I'm going to show it with the other camera, and then we'll go ahead and do the gloss on the rest of the bottle. I love her. I love her dress. It's just so cool and rusty and dirty. They're so creepy. So I'm just going to keep the camera like this for a minute, and I'm just going to coat the rest of the bottle. So, that way we have a real finished look, and the whole bottle will be glossy. Now we also have some embellishments, like I said, some tags that we're going to do for these. My sister and I found all the presents one year. I was 6 or 7, and it ruined Christmas morning for me. So ever since, I refused to open early. Okay, well, that makes sense. Now I understand. Yeah, I guess it was kind of ruined, huh? Okay, so we're gonna let that dry. And I'm just gonna set that over here. Okay, so this bottle is also drying. So I'm gonna maybe we should work on some tags a little bit while that's drying. I have so much that I want to do. I'm not sure what order to do it in. Oh, I want to show you this. So the molds, this is called the Hidden Hollow mold. And I used the black Amazing Casting resin. Isn't this so cool? I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I love it. I could have got this out of the, this would be cool on a bottle. I could have got this out while it was still, just fresh, and kind of molded it around there. I could heat it with the heat gun and get it a little flexible. So anyway, I just thought that was pretty cool. Just wanted to show you that. So what are we doing? We're working on some tags while we're waiting. So I thought one of the ones would be cool. So I have these, I don't know what you call these. And Gretchen, you might know because of your office experience, but they're these things. They're just a white thing, and they have a ring on them, and they're, have silver on the edges. I'll show you up here in case you didn't see it. Yes, it is a good Hobbit door. So anyway, I don't know what these are called. Some kind of tag, but we're gonna kind of grunge it up a little bit. I think we'll do a couple of them like that. Let's see here. Let's get another one out. And my thought for these is to stamp it with, I'm going to use the Apothecary Labels stamp. Oh, key rings for temporary use. Well, that makes sense. I thought it would be cool to use these and use some of the numbers. I'm going to try to find the biggest ones I can that are numbers. And of course, the big set doesn't have numbers. Okay, so there's only one set that has numbers. So I guess that's the one we're going to use. So, get it open here. So I want to put 31 on it. And today being the 30th, I'm thinking about my father, who is no longer with us, but he would have been 106 today. So he's been gone since 08. Okay, so that's what I want to do with it. So I'm going to get the little acrylic sheet that covered it. So I lay it out. Oh, you guys can't see that, can you? Okay. So I laid the 3 and the 1 down on that key ring. And now I'm taking the sheet that you can't see because it's clear. It came inside that, and I'm just going to press that down. There's stuff in my way. Imagine that. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp it. And I'll use black ink. I know it's hard to see that, but not for long. Okay, I want to make sure I got it really good, but I'm going to have to use a wipe here and get all the excess off. Oh, and I moved that. Darn. Okay, these aren't sticking to here very well, so I may just have to place them on here. My hands are going to be a mess. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to set this here. And I can't put it right in front of me because you won't be able to see me. So, and you know what? That's the fact that okay, it's back. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so we have a 3. And now we'll do the 1. And like I said, because I'm doing it like this, it might look a little wonkier, which is maybe the look we're going for. So just says 31. So let's do that again. And this time, maybe we can get it to stick. I have a feeling I'll just make an impression on this. Yeah. So I think I'm going to do the other side also because that's really messy. But at least it's sticking on here now. So I think we should do both sides. That way, if it flips around, ink it up again. I'll tell you what, this and the Velveteen set, they're probably some of my favorites IOD stamps because they're nice and compact and you can just do so much with them. Okay, I'm not inking this one again. I'm taking my chances. Okay, they came out really good. I like them, but they're not grungy enough. So we're going to work on that too. Okay, I'm going to put these back so I don't lose them. I'm going to wipe them off. And that is the best thing to do with these is to wipe the front and the back because the back, if you don't wipe the back off, then it won't stick to this thing. And that's the best way to lose them. And I have lost, well, there's the E, but I've lost the I. I always lose I's in my sets. I don't know why. I guess I's are easy to lose, huh? Okay. I'm going to put this one back. They're so nice because they come with these little envelopes and they all just fit in. I am going to suggest, though, to IOD, maybe that would be a great product is replacement letters for these little things. Okay. Now I'm peeling glue off of me. Okay, like I said, I want to grunge them up a little bit. So I'm going to take one of these daubers. Okay, I got these at Michael's and they came with a whole bunch of replacement pads for them. But I use those with my stamp pads all the time to make things grungy looking. Now, that, I'm not sure what color that was. I have a gray here. We'll just use gray. So you just put it on your stamp pad and you just run it over the edges. Oh, I think my stamp pad needs ink. Oh, there we go. We're just making it look real grungy. Grungy enough? Let's do the other side. Yeah, my hands are going to be a real mess. Yeah, I like that. Just enough. Do this other one here. And I also love the inks because they're permanent inks. So if I did this right away with other inks, they would smear all over the place. But these, I love them. Okay, I'm going to put the screen up a second. Just say hi. I need a drink of water. Okay, so I also grabbed some, I have these this like wire stuff, which is so hard to see, but it's rusty wire. And then I also grabbed this box that I had with different ribbon in it. And there's some cool Christmas ones. But there's a neat orange one. I like this one. Then there's another black and white one. Oh, that's green and white. Okay, cool. But for the moment, I want this one. Cool orange and yellow. So, okay, so let's get the screen down here again. So we have our little tag. Let's get some ribbon for that. Might as well get one for the other one. And we'll just loop that through there. I don't know whether we should do a knot. Yeah, we'll do a knot on it. My flippin' bunch girls are messaging, but I can't see their messages right now. Okay. Okay, so that's our bottle. We haven't done the other one yet. But I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. Let's do the decoupage on this one. I need to dry it up a little bit first. So I'm gonna run the dryer. I'll do this first. Get this dried off. And blow everything that's on the table. Okay, my little legs are blowing. Okay, that hair dryer didn't smell like it smelled hot. Okay, so next we're gonna do this guy. And I mean, I think I'm gonna do the same thing with him and just kind of cut him off here under that third button. And I'm gonna kind of give it a curve. Because with this one, maybe, I was thinking it might be cute to do feet upside down or something, but I really can't do that with this one because the legs on them are black and you can't really see it. So we're gonna do something on there, but let's get this decoupage. Let me turn this around. Okay. Mod Podge. And I think I'll do the same thing again, except this time I want to make sure I get it really on there because I had to kind of go back and push the other one down again. I I can't believe how warm it is. It's super warm right now. I think we got one more good pool weekend, and then it gets closed on Tuesday. I thought it was last week, but it's Tuesday. And that's good. I'm finally ready, even though the weather's still warm. I am going to go to a gym that has a pool because I love the water workout. I really do. So that's one positive thing. Okay, so I'm just doing the same thing, laying this down. This wire's in my way. Okay, I bent that. I hope that doesn't come off. All right, so same thing again, covering it up. And this time I'm just going to stand it up and go the whole way around so we can get these dry so we can embellish them. And we're going to go back to our other bottle, and then we also have some gift bags to do. And we're going to lean into the Christmas spirit a little bit too. Can't be all Halloween tonight. Oh boy. Okay, so my top was coming off. So it needs to rest and dry a little bit more. Oh, that's the one I had the orange in. Okay, I'm going to have to come back and paint the pumpkin head. Okay. Oh, I have to finish coating this one with the clear as well. Okay. I do believe I have a Walmart order coming after my broadcast as well. Isn't that great? I do Walmart deliveries. So spoiled. All right, I'm gonna show you what we've got so far. Okay, wipe off my hands a second because they are full of ink and glue. Okay, I'm gonna come back here. Oops. Okay. Gretchen, are you still with me? I know people watch later on the replay because I see it, but sometimes you just don't get people live. But Gretchen's always there for me. She's okay. All right, so here's what we've got. We've got this bottle, and we still have to paint the cap for it, but I also was working on a gift tag earlier that we can put on this one. You're still here. Okay, good. Now this one, I don't, boy, that light is bright. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to show you here. So I'm going to do this on some other ones, but I used the damask. Well, it's called the velveteen stamp. And then I put one of those skulls that I have that I had made to do on those snow globes or crystal balls. So I'm going to kind of grunge this one up a little bit and tie this around here, maybe with some wire, and we'll save the 31s for the smaller bottles. So let me do a little grunging. course, I left the bottles right in my way. I almost thought about taking these and just kind of wrinkling them up first. I thought that would make them real creepy and grungy, but I like the way that looks. So I still want to do something on the back of this bottle. The back of this bottle is just totally blank. Now, I do not have an orange or a purple stamp. Let's see. How about green? Let's use green. And I'm going to get these guys way out of my way so they can dry. Okay. I don't know whether the green will show. Oh, let's use white. Let's do that. Okay. So I love these IOD stamp pads. They all just stack together. But I'm going to use the white. And this is from the Velveteen stamp. I like this because it's just nice and big. And so I'm going to wipe this off because I did use black on it earlier. I keep picking up this baby wipe that I put that orange brush in. Thanks, Gretchen. Sorry, I'm making noise here. Okay, I'm gonna wipe this off just to make sure it's doesn't have black on it. Oh, it still has green on it from before. Okay. I can't believe how fast an hour goes because I still have bags to do, but I'm gonna turn this over a second and blot it. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take the white ink all over this one and just kind of wrap this around the bottle in the back, and that'll give it some pattern and keep the back from being boring. So I should use my little thing. Except I don't think it's quite dry. I don't want to do that. Okay. I'm gonna face it towards me. I'll put the screen up so maybe you can see it this way. But I'm just facing it towards me, and then I'm gonna wrap it around because I can't really tell if I lay it down. I'm gonna lay it on the bottom of the table. That way I know it's straight. Okay. Hopefully this is working because I can't really tell. And nothing's completely dry, so I always force the issue with things. Okay, I like the way that looks. Looks definitely much better than having nothing on there. And there's smaller images too. These four, one of those might fit up top there. I don't want them to look too flowery, but this one's a good one. I think it actually coordinates pretty well. No, not that one. This one. I'll show you what I'm doing here in a second. Thank you. You'll get a good look here in a minute. Okay. So again, I'm just eyeballing this. Then I'm going to lay it down just so I can get some even pressure on it. That is really white. And then these little ones, there's like this space in here, can do that. So let me do that. Now you can mix inks. So if I did want to use like an orange ink, I could make one. I did see somewhere someone made like a recipe page of colors for instant ink, or not instant ink, that's HP, um, for mixing colors. Okay, that is that little piece. So the top's definitely darker, but that's okay. It's okay. Okay, let's see which way I did this one. Okay, so there's the girl, and then here's the back of the bottle. So that's definitely more interesting. I like it. And if I wanted to grunge it up a little bit, I could just take that gray stamp pad and go over it. Yes, they are refillable. Have all the bottles right here. So you just like re-ink the pad. So then they sell just the bottles that are empty, so you can make your own mixtures. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on here. My little cork in there as far as I can get it. And then I am gonna paint this one real quick. And I'm gonna use that orange. This is Florida orange. Yeah, I think it's gonna be cute too. I didn't think I would take this long to do these. I don't know why I thought this would go a little faster, but it's okay. I'll at least be able to show you the bag that I did and probably get one done anyway. I may have to show you the completed bottles tomorrow because of the time, but I think we'll get a little bit more done. There's no law that says you have to stop in an hour, but I just always figure an hour is a long time for people to watch. So Gretchen, I'm so glad you're coming to that class. I just love doing watercolor cards. Oh, I really enjoy them. Okay, and while I have this out, I think that other one is dry enough now, maybe? At least the top part that I can coat that. Now I didn't paint that one black first, but yes, it doesn't. It definitely goes faster when you're interacting and having conversations. I can't believe how fast it flies. But I definitely can, start first thing in the morning and finish something up and then easily get lost. And before I know it, it's like I think to myself, I should be going. I should go do whatever I need to do. I have fallen in love with watercolor. It's just, I don't know, it's just so relaxing. Okay, so to finish this bottle off, then I think we'll just use this tag, and then I can use this orange, or I could use a combination of both. The wire, I don't want to use those scissors for that, so I think I'll try to snap it. Ah, it's one of those things. Like, those scissors are good, not great, but they're definitely better than. They won't be good if I start using some cut wire, that's for sure. I think maybe I have some jewelry pliers in here, and most of them have a little cutter in the middle. Ah, this is a little cutter, I think. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to cut a piece of ribbon the same length and just kind of use these together. I'm going to put them through the top of this tag. Maybe that wasn't a good idea because it's very difficult to manage, but we'll get it. I like the way it looks, though, because I'm trying to put it through and make a knot, and it's kind of, like I said, not easy to pull together because the wire wants to do its own thing. Okay, I'm going to do it a different way. I normally like to do this kind of knot, but this wire is making it difficult. I promise I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, so now I think what I'm going to do is just twist it. I know that wire is like probably almost invisible to you on there, but to me it's very real. Okay. Just going to tie this on here. Twist it on here, I guess. Okay, I'll mess around with that a little bit more later. So one last little thing for this one. So I'm going to take, because this dried really quickly just because it was on the raw wood. So I'm going to take my oil-based, this is a Posca pen. Okay, I will be careful. I'll have to curl the remaining. So I'm gonna do this facing me, and then I'll show you what I'm doing. Just doing the traditional jack-o'-lantern base. I'll put a few lines on them. It won't have a stem, I don't think. Yeah, I just want to put some lines in here. Bear with me here. My pumpkin looks a little more like a basketball. I'm gonna grunge it up a little bit. Where's that? Oh, let's see. Okay, here's the thing with the gray. Okay, so just gonna do a little gray on here and just make them a little grungier. Got any ideas for a stem? Trying to think what I could put on there that would be real little. And so I am going to take my pen and I'm going to take this wire and just wrap it around here and curl it. I don't know. It just, I think like you have to add some dimension to them, like a little shading on either side of the lines so that it looks like dimensional. But hey, Jenna, how you doing? Enjoying the beach? Glad you popped on. So here's finally a finished piece here. This is one bottle. And so I'm gonna have to jump to, I'm gonna finish these ones later because they're not quite dry. All right, so that's how that one is looking. And then the little 31 tags are gonna be on these ones. So they're gonna be kind of colorful too. I do have some black and white check ribbon too somewhere. I might layer those ribbons. And then here's the other one, pipe cleaner, but maybe grunge up the wire or ribbon combo so it's more brown. That's possible. I could do something like that. I got to think on that. But this one's drying. So I also, have these feet. So I may have to use some of these parts for sure for some other projects or something. But let's move on to something else real quick. So I'll finish those for you guys and show you tomorrow night. And so let's move to Christmas. So one of the other pages, okay, one of the other pages was these guys, nutcrackers. How sweet are these? Headless Horseman, that's a good one. But I love these. So we are going to be able to knock out at least one gift bag, but I used the damask stamp on these in green and then put the red ribbon up here. And I did do this, and I was going to do I don't know whether you can see that. I was going to do to and from on the tag. And I'll finish that too. But let's do a bag real quick and then we'll call it quits for the evening. But I just want to show you. So I bought these on Amazon. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of them. So I might be doing a class. Who knows? Or giving everyone wine. Who knows? But anyway, they are just like craft bags. Nutcrackers bring out his British side. I know. Tom loves nutcrackers too. So these are the bags, just real simple, come flat. So let's do a little stamping on them and then we'll decoupage some nutcrackers on them, and then we'll call it a night. So I think on this one we'll do some red because I did green on the other one. I could do red and green, of course. Oh, and another idea too. You can decoupage on a brand new bottle. Like this is a bottle of wine in here. You can decoupage over this, and they do this for weddings all the time. They make custom labels and stuff. So you could decoupage right over this, and that would be a fun gift. Like I have a bottle of Captain Morgan in there that's the what is it? The private stock, and it's a cool bottle. So that one's going to be fun to do. But that if you were going to give somebody a gift of that, that would be a fun one to do. It'd be a great gift for somebody like me that loves her spiced rum. That would be a really nice gift. Okay, I'm gonna lower the camera here and show you what I'm doing. Besides making a mess, but what else is new here? Let's see. Okay, I think you can see that. Okay, and so we're using this stamp again, and because it's so pretty. And I'm looking to see if I have the top or the bottom. I think that's the top. So I'm going to use my red. And get this orange ribbon out of here. Yes, it really does, Gretchen. So yeah, decoupaging over the existing label is the way to go. Okay, I'm going to start down here at the bottom. And I'm trying to do it at an angle so you guys can see it. So it might not be totally perfect or straight. So obviously there's creases on there. So that would be the side that we will probably do the decoupage on to kind of cover that up a little bit. Now, if I wanted to, I could like leave a gap in there and write Merry Christmas or something on the other side. I have them at the shop, Jenna. I'll be reordering them too. So I'm just going to do the same thing on the back. Except this time you have to kind of fold this flap down. Yeah, it is a big difference of using different colors. I think I am going to mix this one up because like this one is in green, So I think we'll do both on here. We'll do some red and green. Hi, Grace. I know you're here. And if Walmart comes, you're going to know he's here too. So let me get the green. And I know what I did on that other one. I think I'll do the same thing. I just love this little stamp here. Well, yeah, I'm going to use this one because I can line it up really good. Okay, so I'm going to kind of use it to use the side of the bag to kind of divide that a little bit. That way I like the red and green. Okay, flip it over and do the same thing. All right, I do like that. There's the red and the green together. Okay, now we are going to pick one of these guys and decoupage them on. So let's see. This is so easy. I mean, how long is this taking? Like 5 minutes. He is, Gretchen. He is a good dog. He just, sometimes we just always say we wish he could talk, but only for like an hour a day or perhaps 10 minutes a day. I don't know. Because like he just kind of stares when he wants something, which is good rather than him like barking, I guess. But he just, it's always a guessing game. I needed some water. Like I said, this couldn't be much easier. The hardest part was the part that you didn't see today was, excuse me, the fussy cutting. Excuse me. Allergy season, so got the drip. Your mom always said the dogs were great because they didn't talk back. Then we go get a husky. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay, so I don't have them right here, but I just put them here. Let me pull one out. Some of these little scenes that come in the snow globe mold, they would be really adorable to put on these gift tags, to do that. So that's a thought. They would be really cute. And that might happen, but yeah, so there's our bag. Let me put the screen up here. Yes, it is Glossy Mod Podge. Thank you. I actually didn't sneeze. I wondered why you're saying bless you. Like, oh, bless your heart. But no, that was a cough. But my sneezes often sound, it's so funny. Lately, they've been real high pitched. Like, I looked it up and it is an allergy thing. So it's hard to see because it's glossy. But, the other one, I really just kind of kept the gloss to the thing and I didn't coat the entire bag. But I think that turned out super cute. So I appreciate you watching and really, really, really hope you join tomorrow night to watch the unveiling, if you haven't seen already, of the new Made by Marley release for 2025, and get to hang out with the rest of my Flippin' Bunch girls, or some of them anyway. So I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight for sure. And Jenna, you have fun at the beach. And Gretchen, I look forward to seeing you on the 8th in person and probably see you tomorrow night online. So my screen looks black, so I'm not sure what's happening, but but anyway, love you guys and have a great night. See you guys.